Hey guys, what is going on? Draven here with another video reaction. I am recording this at where's my clock? Midnight, my time here in Idaho, which may be 8 a.m. or 9 a.m. in Sweden. Just got a notification, and I see that this video is like a week old. Joakim Brodén, I am slaughtering his name, the lead singer of Sabaton, did a cool little interview where he's answering the most asked questions on the internet. So he just did this video for Empiricon. Not too sure who they are, but it's Sabaton related. It's unrelated to music in the sense of it's not a normal video reaction or music video reaction. So let's jump right into it. Curious to see what questions he answers. I'm going to be curious if it's going to be in Sweden. And I just realized it may be in Sweden.
What Sabaton song are you?
What Sabaton song are you?
Oh, what Sabaton song am I?
Okay, I don't know if it's...
Hello everyone, this is Joakim from Sabaton, and
Joakim.
I'm gonna answer the most asked questions regarding Sabaton on Google.
Alright.
So, let's see, here we go. So the first one is, does Sabaton, and then let's see what we got here. Does Sabaton own a tank? No,
Sabaton...
we got two.
Does Sabaton own a tank? No, we got two. Oh, that's funny.
One is called Audi, the other one is called Walter, after the two heroes we sing about on the Heroes album, actually. And,
Oh, he's not kidding.
But to be fair, they're not real tanks you could drive into combat with. It's stage props that we use as the drum riser.
That's really cool, actually. I didn't realize that the tank props are named, and they're named after the guys that they've sung about. That's really cool.
Does Sabaton glorify war?
Nope.
No, we don't. We sing about military history, of course, but glorifying war would be kind of stupid. We don't do that at all. Our intention is not to glorify war, spread political or religious propaganda. We simply love history.
Right.
We don't think these stories should be forgotten.
So I mentioned this before in the videos that I've reacted to, that I never once felt like they're glorifying it. Like, I mean, like they're talking about certain heroes of the war, but history is one of those things that, like, history should never be forgotten and should be taught about, and it really bothers me. And I mentioned this in the past video. It really bothers me that there's a movement in Europe right now that's trying to abolish World War II history and being taught when the United States is in high school. I don't know what it's called in Europe, because we have elementary school, middle school, and high school, and then we have college/university. I know it's different, and it's called something different in Europe. But there's a movement to not teach it in the teenage years of your schooling, which I think is ridiculous and stupid.
And now it's what Sabaton
Means.
What Sabaton song are you? Oh, what Sabaton song am I? I'm trying to come up with a really smart and clever answer here, something fun, but...
If I were to describe myself in the song, War Dogs. That would be me.
No, I guess I'm not a very funny person, so I'm gonna say To Hell and Back.
Okay. Oh, I like that one.
What does Sabaton mean? Well, it's simply a piece of medieval armor. I would say the easiest thing is if you've seen an old medieval movie and the armor that the knights wear on their foot, the scale armor protecting their feet. That's a Sabaton.
Did not know that. The more you know. Is Sabaton?
Is Sabaton
Don't do it.
satanic? No, we don't have any political or religious message in our music, and none of us are worshippers of the Dark Lord.
The way he said Lord, he should read Lord of the Rings. Like, he should narrate Lord of the Rings. Can you imagine him just talking about, like, Sauron and the battles of Middle Earth with that voice? He should be the next narrator for... He should be the narrator for Sabaton... Or, wow, he should be the narrator for Lord of the Rings HBO series. And they should write a Lord of the Rings song. Yeah, people from Sabaton who watch my videos all the time, make that happen.
Is Sabaton Christian metal? Well, Same thing there. No, I see a theme going here.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't. Does Sabaton drink?
Does Sabaton use autotune? No. Why?
A lot of people kind of misinterpret autotune, and they confuse it with voice synthesizers, and they confuse it with like lip singing and stuff like that. Sabaton has a very angelic voice in terms of when he sings, not so much when he screams, but he has more of like the softer voice. And you can tell it's been, I don't want to say processed, but it's been cleaned up. But it's definitely not auto-tuned. By any means, it's not auto-tuned. I'm trying to think of examples of auto-tuners. Bring the Horizon songs are auto-tuned, unfortunately. That's 12:30 in the morning right now. I can't. 12:20 in the morning right now. I can't really think. But there's popular bands who auto-tune, and Sabaton is not one of them.
How much does Sabaton make? To be honest, I don't know. We make enough to live a comfortable living, but none of us can afford to buy a Ferrari.
I'm curious, and it's going to lead into probably a debate in my comment section, which is fine. They probably spend a lot of money on production and music videos and the history and research and making sure all this stuff is historically accurate, that they probably don't make that much money. Now you get certain bands that have very minimal stages and really creative songs, but not so much music videos, that probably make a crap ton of money. Tool comes into mind. Nickelback comes into mind. These guys that make a crap ton of money but don't really push it back into their production, as opposed to Sabaton probably spends a six-figure amount of money on their stage alone. Nothing to do with paying them, paying the crew, just in terms of props and effects.
Is Sabaton a good band? Yes.
Yes.
Excellent band.
Great band. An amazing band.
And is Sabaton political? Well, no.
Nope.
Not at all. We don't... I mean, we're musicians. What do we know about politics? Listen to smarter people than us.
Politicians aren't that smart. Shouldn't say that. I try to be super political neutral in my channel, but sometimes, I mean, it sounds weird to say, but the people who I listen to in terms of politics are the ones that understand me personally or understand what I went through. It's hard for me to listen to a politician who has never dealt with addiction, who's never dealt with having tattoos, never dealt with going to jail and stuff, that everything I've been through. And if you watch one of my past Tom McDonald videos talking about, I've mentioned my sobriety and just I've been fired for work and I've been homeless and I've lived in my car and I've moved across state lines for jobs and I've lost my wife and I gone through the divorce and all this stuff. So when politicians talk about topics about me, and I'm like, you have no idea what you're talking about. You have never experienced what we experience, like what certain people experience. And I know I'm talking to mostly Europeans right now, but yeah.
What are Sabaton songs about?
Everything.
Well, usually about relationships and love and stuff like that.
Troll level 9000.
Why does Sabaton sing about war? Basically, because there are so many fantastic stories in our past that are being forgotten, so why the fuck should we make up new ones?
Perfect.
What guitar does Sabaton use? Oh, that's different actually, depending on which guitar player is playing and what you are doing. That would change actually. I know that recently there's been a lot of ESP, Ibanez, and also Gibson stuff used, depending on the situation.
I know nothing about guitars, so he could be listing off. He could be lying and saying random words that are not guitar companies. I know Gibson guitars, obviously, just because it's a popular name, but never heard of ESP.
But that's a better question for our guitarists, actually. So I'm gonna leave that at that.
Sick. That was awesome. That was fun. I like his responses. Especially love the love and relationship one. Anyways, guys, that was Joakim Brodén. Okay, how does he say his name? Joakim. Alright. So that was Joakim from Sabaton, lead singer, answering Google's questions about Sabaton. That was pretty fun. His responses were pretty cool. I love his personality, man. He's got a really good he's got a really cool vibe to him that I definitely love and appreciate. And he's a cool dude. I like it. So hopefully I get a chance to meet him one day. Hopefully he comes back to the States. Hopefully I get to go see him live. But love the fact that he referenced the 2 tanks that are on stage. He named them after people he's sung about, so I think that's fantastic. A lot of cool stuff that I never knew before. Anyways, guys, thanks so much for tuning in. If you haven't seen the original video, it will be linked down below. Appreciate you guys so much. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, all those wonderful things. I do have my Patreon site and my website linked below as well. Thank you again so much. You guys have yourself a wonderful day. And for those of you who are watching this in Europe or in Sweden, go Morgon. Don't know if I pronounced it right. Let me know if I pronounced it correctly in the comments. Peace.